everybody, and welcome to episode 109 of Own the Road with AutoTrader, where we make car stuff simple for Canadians. My name is Jodi Lai, and I'm the editor-in-chief of AutoTrader.
And I'm Sébastien Bell, and I'm the associate editor at AutoTrader.
And I'm Michael the Former Intern at AutoTrader.
And currently, automotive journalist, freelancer.
Exactly.
Journalist at large.
Yeah.
Journalist at large.
You will always be Michael the Former Intern to
probably.
us. That's your official title.
I know. Yeah.
Well, thanks
You'll always be my baby. I do feel like Michael is like my child sometimes.
I mean, you raised him from a student
Right?
to a full-fledged journalist.
Yes,
so
and I'm so proud of you because you've
did
accomplished
that.
so much.
You did that, yeah.
But you need to call your mother more.
Did
You
she
don't
say
call
that?
no me. You don't call anymore. Why don't you message anymore?
Have I ever told you guys that my mom one time bought my brother a throw pillow that said "call your mom" on it?
That's the strongest hint. And does he?
Sometimes.
No, he just puts the pillow in the closet, so
I
he
don't know
doesn't
what
have
happened
to
to
see it.
I don't know what happened to the pillow.
So funny.
Yeah. Anyway, I found that hilarious.
That is really funny. But didn't they buy you a shirt that says like favorite child or something?
I can't remember what the story is behind that shirt. My brother gave it back to me recently, and the sweater says "Mom loves me best." I so embarrassed that I wore that on the podcast recently. It was unintentional. But yeah, I don't remember what the story is from that, or if I was just feeling really spicy one time and I bought that. But anyway.
I mean, facts are facts, you know?
My mom does love me most, so it's all good.
Yeah, you should turn this into Am I the Jerk with your family? And then everyone, you might...
No, don't ask them. Don't ask them. Don't let them say it.
I mean, this is our 5th Am I the Jerk episode. We do this one a lot because you guys all love it, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of really bad behavior out there, and we're judgy people. So, So this episode, if you're not familiar with this subreddit, Am I the Jerk or Am I the A-hole, is where people go here to like explain different conflicts that they've had, and they're not sure if they were in the wrong or not.
Yeah.
And then the people of Reddit tell them, like, you're the jerk, you're not the jerk, or like, everyone's a jerk.
Inevitably, everybody weighs in, has wild responses. And, in the rich tradition of that, let's go and have some wild responses to some automotive related.
Yes. So I've combed those two subreddits for some pretty spicy ones. While I was going through this, I'm really like, wow, like, my faith in humanity has really gone out the window. And I tried,
as Reddit goes.
and I tried to pick ones where there is some level of debate, because sometimes it's like very obvious that someone is being a jerk.
So I ran into this person.
Yeah, I ran them over. I didn't stop.
Not because they were doing anything, just because they didn't belong there. Yeah,
it was their fault.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, these ones are ones where there's a little bit more nuance to them.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we love doing these. And if you guys have your own Am I the Jerk quandaries, please email us at expert@trader.ca and we will judge you too.
That would be so fun to do an all-user submitted Am I the Jerk questions. Yeah.
I would love to do that. So if you're listening right now, please send us your kind of moral dilemmas.
And also, if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to comment with your responses to the questions.
That's great, yeah. We check the comments all the time.
Yeah. Please weigh
and
in.
if they're mean, we will delete them.
Yeah. That hurt our feelings.
Okay, so the first one. Am I the a-hole for driving like a maniac on my private drive?
I do, like, from the start.
Just private
they're
driveway?
British.
I was driving like a maniac. Anyway, sorry, please.
Okay, so I live in a rural area in the outskirts of the city because I like peace and quiet. We recently got a new neighbor over a month and a half ago, and the houses in this area are spread out quite a bit. And our house happens to have a very long driveway/street which is on our land. Our driveway out of here is fairly long. It runs from the main road about 1.5 miles to our house. The driveway is also fenced.
Whoa.
That sounds nice to me.
Yeah.
Now, because we have our own private drive, I treat it how I want since it's on our land and it's not governed by the city or state. The road has no laws, so I speed up and down it as fast as I can for giggles. It has a few turns, so it's really fun to whip my MX-5. He mentions that it's completely stock. There's no loud muffler or anything.
Okay.
In and out of the driveway when he goes to the store or work or just whenever he's coming and going because it's fun and it's not hurting anyone. Well, apparently our new neighbor across the street has noticed my dangerous driving. How? I don't know. You basically need binoculars to see your neighbors because my drive is 1.5 miles long and so is his. He came over. He came over one day after I got done speeding home from work, banged on my door, and told me that I need to stop speeding and driving so recklessly, and told me that I could hit someone and that I'm endangering others. I told him that it's my street, it's my property, and I own it. It's not just a through street that anyone can use because it's a private drive. There's no posted speed limits, et cetera, et cetera. He never intended on putting anyone in danger since it's his own property and his own private drive, so he knows who's coming and going.
Right.
There's also a gate that's always closed unless he opens it. Furthermore, if someone's driving down my street, it's usually planned and I know that they're coming. Lastly, it's not that I'm driving up and down my driveway all day, every day. It's only when I'm coming or going. He lost his marbles, and he told me and I told him he needs to F off. This has been edited for language, by the way. And I will damn well use my drive how I want to. So he threatened to call the city and get one of those mobile police traps set up that records speed. I told him that they can't do that because it's my private property. And if he likes, I would be happy to call the police right now and have him arrested for trespassing on my property. So am I the a-hole for telling my nosy neighbor to F off and mind his own business?
I do love a threat that there's no way to follow through on.
Right?
Like, I'm going to get a speed trap on your property.
No, you're not.
But I love you when you return the threat. I'm going to call the cops because you're trespassing on my property.
I mean, all I got to say, devastating comeback. He got him good.
Yeah.
He got cooked.
He got cooked, yeah.
This neighbor got cooked for sure.
Yeah.
So is this Miata driver the jerk?
So, like, probably launching into it. And, like, he admits in the question that he's like, I probably shouldn't have told him to F off. And, like, that's probably not good de-escalation. But, like, I'm pretty entirely on the question aster's side. Like,
Me too.
I will say that, like, it is possible that somebody might choose to walk down your driveway. And if you're whipping up and down, that is like a potential danger that you face. But it is your property. And I agree that you probably know. And there's like a fence. So it does seem like there's a reasonable amount of safety going on.
Yeah. And there wouldn't be strangers walking up and down the drive because it's completely fenced.
Yeah.
And it's gated.
Yeah,
so like only people who live there can get in.
Yeah,
it's pretty secluded. So
right.
Yeah, it sounds pretty secluded.
I'm on his side for this.
I would be this guy. Like I would be the jerk. And I would be happily driving up and down my driveway with my Miata.
Sounds sick. I would get a go-kart and absolutely whip it all the time. Yeah.
And it was interesting that he mentioned that it's like a completely stock Miata too, so it's not like it's like you know burbling and just like farting all the place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this nosy neighbor is kind of like a neighborhood Karen.
I do think that you do need to. Yeah, I think that you need to mind your P's and Q's. Like I hear. Like, I hear why people feel empowered to jump in when they see something that they perceive as being a safety issue. Like
in public.
In public. Yeah, but exactly. In public. And like, yeah, that is, I think that's just none of your business, you know? I totally agree. I think that I don't think that the question asker was being the jerk. I think that I think that you could de-escalate more easily if you were like, calm, but yeah, sometimes it's annoying to have somebody come on your land and be like, hey, stop doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Stop having fun over there.
Yeah. Or stop having fun, sir.
Yeah.
You think this is in England?
They did use the word drive.
Drive is very English.
Yeah,
it's very English. Yeah, so this I don't think this Miata driver is an a-hole.
No.
I think he's perfectly entitled and like, you know, reasonably, you know, he takes the right precautions and this and that.
He knows the risks of
and
what's to expect. Like there's no people passing through there.
It's private property. You can really do whatever you want.
Yeah, you're right. I would absolutely kill for a mile and a half of driveway. That'd sounds so amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
So fun.
So many cars you can park. Imagine.
I know. We think about this all the time. We're always like, if we had more space, would we simply have more stuff? And I'm like, yes.
Maybe, yeah, definitely. I'd get more things.
I would get more things for sure.
You know how much more storage I can have?
More cars, more...
Yeah. Love how immediately your hoarder tendencies come out and you're like, oh, wow, I can really
put more things away.
Cars on. I can really trap myself in. Whereas I'm immediately doing what this guy's doing, just whipping back and forth along my driveway.
I would take it, a step further and build a whole little track on my property. A little karting track or something.
That'd be so cool.
My ultimate dream is for my home to have even like a little dirt track for like little dirt go-karts and stuff.
Yeah, something to like ride a dirt bike on, do some jumps or whatever. Exactly. I would like that more than a pool or like something like that.
Absolutely.
Pool's only useful half the year.
Right?
You can drift around any time.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the winter, you can turn it into like an ice drifting field.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My neighbors would hate me, but I wouldn't be a jerk.
I mean, yeah. Okay, my solution for this guy: get some cypress trees around your land so that your neighbor can't see you anymore.
You need some trees.
Yeah.
And they muffle the sound, so your stock Miata, they're not going to hear it.
I mean, that stock Miata is not even loud,
It's
you know?
not loud.
A little 4-cylinder, like, come on.
I don't know who you're bothering. Yeah, and I do think that, like, mind your business. Like, if somebody's doing something innocent on their private property, like, let's go. That's keep out of it.
Okay, so you want to read the next one, Seb?
Yeah, shall I read the next one?
Sure.
Okay. Am I the jerk for this situation that happened while driving? Okay. Yesterday, I was driving to a city 15 minutes away to go grocery shopping, as I live in a rural county area, or country area. Some man was sitting at the stoplight waiting to turn right while I was driving closer, and he turned right as I was closer to him. He was going 10 to 15 less than the speed limit. Speed limit is 60. And I thought, okay, no problem. I'll pass him and when there's a dotted lines, when no one is coming. I sped up and went into the other lane, and he started speeding up so I wouldn't pass him. I got ahead of him and made it back to my lane, still no oncoming traffic, and he was riding my tail for about a mile. I ended up having to use the turn lane to the right, and he was going straight. And when he passed me, he stared at me angrily, and looked bitter. When he passed me as I was going much slower in the turn lane, I smiled, beaming a smile, and waved at him very fast. He just kept glaring at me and drove off. It didn't make sense to me that he was angry for me passing him when he was going 10 to 15 less on a fast road. Am I in the wrong for passing somebody who was going less than the speed limit and smiling at him when he passed because he had road rage for me passing him and when he was going slower?
So in the comments, this poster kind of followed up, answered some follow-up questions.
Okay.
Someone had asked, like, are you a woman? And she said, yes, I am a woman. And I feel like that kind of it helps explain the situation, I think, a little bit.
I do think
I think this has happened to me before, too, where it's like people don't love being passed in the first place. Yeah. And they especially don't like it if it's like a little lady, right? Little lady behind the wheel trying to demasculate you, right?
I, for one, take umbrage at it. I find it infuriating. That's so ridiculous. But I could tell just as this was as I was reading this out, this does read as a man getting angry at a woman for no reason. Yeah, just like the worst kind of patriarchy.
Probably driving a Dodge Durango. Just saying. Absolutely not. You're not the jerk. If somebody's going 10 to 15 kilometers, or that's what the passing lane is for.
That's it's exactly what the passing lane is for. You used it. You behaved correctly the whole time.
Yeah.
And I also think that waving and smiling is like the nicer thing to do because, you know, I get very angry behind the wheel sometimes, but I have learned to just like let it pass.
Yeah.
People are so riled up and crazy these days. You don't know what they're going to do, right? You don't know if they're going to try to run you off the road, pull out a weapon or something, follow you for a little bit.
Totally.
So like smiling and waving is actually like the better way than like flipping someone off, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I do think that like, this person who was going slower had no business doing what they were like. Everything you've described about them makes it feel like, absolutely. I would behave the same way. I would try and get around them. And also like, I think people forget that cars are very dangerous when they start tailgating people.
Oh, yeah.
Like it is very intimidating to have somebody come up behind you and like tailgating you. If based on the fact that the speed limit was 60, this sounds like it was in the US, which is just like people be crazy down there. And like there are all kinds of like we go on press trips sometimes, and when we're in Canada, we can take photos basically wherever we want. We try not to be a jerk about it, but like, you know, if somebody comes out and says, please don't take photos here,
we just leave. Yeah.
Not a big deal. When you're in the States and
they'll shoot you.
Yeah, it's much different.
And they can.
They're packing. Absolutely. You behaved completely correctly. And like that really sucks that happened to you. That sounds like a really unpleasant event.
Yeah. So this poster I do not think is the jerk.
No.
I don't think this person did anything wrong, honestly.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Use the passing lane to pass on the dotted lines. You nailed it.
Yeah, it wasn't
Followed all
doing
the rules.
Wasn't doing anything unsafe.
Yeah.
Wasn't being mean, smiling and waving. You can't be mad at someone. I think that makes people more mad.
I think it would make some more people more mad.
Flipping them the bird, right?
Totally. But like
it happens.
Because they want to be angry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like Yeah, that's so wild. I did see somebody yesterday who gave somebody the finger while they were driving, and my opinion on them really switched from you are not the jerk to you are the jerk, because they were trying to back up we were all stopped at a light, and they were trying to back up to let somebody in past them, and the person behind them wouldn't back up, and she was just like really like she was not doing it, and like jerk move on the person who was on the following vehicle, but then like there was no reason to flip them off. That was totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
So I do think that like your reaction to a situation can like flip my opinion on whether you're the jerk or not.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no, this question asker behaved totally reasonably.
Yeah. Don't think they were doing anything wrong. Not the jerk.
Not the jerk.
Not the jerk.
All right.
Okay.
How much time do we have? We're about halfway through.
All right.
All right. Am I the jerk? Cars turning around my driveway. I can't use a gate to block people from using my driveway to turn around because I share it with my neighbors. People on my street, not the neighbors who share my driveway, often use my driveway to turn around. It's the only driveway on our block. My car has been hit twice while parked there and needed body work. Both times, people responsible paid for the repairs, but getting it fixed was a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Once my husband and I were standing in the driveway getting out of the car at 9 p.m. We came very close to being hit by a neighbor using the driveway to turn around while looking at his phone. My husband talked to him, but he could have cared less and continues to use our driveway on occasion. We have politely asked people to stop using our driveway. Some are fine with it and don't do it anymore. A few people are very rude and defensive, and 2 of them stopped talking to us altogether.
Jeez.
I have a lot of entitled neighbors. I have no issue with the driveway being used occasionally. However, I don't want to be hit again when I'm parked there. So that's the question. They follow up later in some of the responses that kind of adds like some important context.
Okay.
This person says that her husband parks in the garage and she can't park in the driveway because it blocks him. So she parks on the street, making her vulnerable to damage from these people turning around in the driveway. He also doesn't want to put cones to block people because it's inconvenient for him. So to me, this seems like the husband is being the jerk.
I was going to say, this is a lot of...
I think it's cone time, you know?
I was going to say, like, what a problem that cars literally have wheels. What a problem that you can solve. That you can move your car out of the way, especially because it's making your partner's car vulnerable to being hit frequently.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I get that, like, this is definitely your neighbor's problem. Like, they are not being careful, they're driving dangerously, and they're running into your car. And I can see the husband's perspective of being like, well, it's my driveway, I get
that, yeah.
I want it to be used I want to use it in the way that I want to use it. But like, yeah, also like this does seem like a problem with solutions, and the husband seems totally incapable.
Unhelpful.
Yeah. It is, and that is such a trope for unhelpful husbands with learned in where you just like you're not just coming up with solutions and you're making your partner's life worse. That really sucks. I agree. I think that you're
very stuck in the one mindset.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think it's that inconvenient to like move a cone when you leave, right? So this husband apparently just did not want to get out of the car, move the cone, and put the cone back.
It's not that big a deal.
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
No, I agree. You should literally you could hold
you don't even
the
have to
cone
get out of the
your
car.
window. Yeah, exactly. I think that there are a lot of jerks in this situation. Question asker is none of them, but like I do think that the neighbors are jerks. I think that sucks, and like
the neighbors are jerks.
Yeah.
The husband seems like a bit of a jerk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. This seems like he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, he probably like, oh, my car is my baby. Like, you park your car on the street and walk a mile to get to the house. Like, that's crazy.
That's stupid.
I totally agree. Reading that response in the comments really changed. I was just like, whoa.
It added a lot of context.
Who's this dude? Like, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, so don't be like that guy.
Don't be like that guy. Be helpful.
Yeah, that one was an easy one, I think.
Yeah.
But it really needed the context.
It definitely needed the context.
Yeah.
Context was very helpful.
Because there's a secret, like, third person.
Whoa, okay. Sorry, I just read the title for the next one. Serious.
Okay, this one is I included this one because it is like very interesting and it is a very gray zone.
Okay.
And I don't know what the right or wrong answer is, so go ahead.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so the title is, Am I the Jerk for How I Handle Driving and Alcohol? Ooh, okay. I know the only safe way to prevent drunk driving is to just not drive after drinking. For background, I live in America, which has next to no public transportation. Uber or Lyft are the only alternatives to driving if you're alone. My usual go-to for stopping drunk driving is to use a BAC calculator. I have even invested in an app-enabled breathalyzer, which I do have calibrated 1 to 2 times per year as recommended. I sometimes have 2 to 4 drinks while out and attempt to wait it out. Unfortunately, my city is unforgiving when it comes to missing the meter time, so I usually just keep feeding the meter until I am ready to go. I still feel a bit tired sometimes while driving, and used to sometimes drive at 0.7, 0.6 BAC, below legal limit, before changing my view that the legal limit was actually too high. Now, above 0.5 is my absolute no-fly, and that's only if I simply cannot leave my car. I will admit to driving while feeling a bit fatigued from the night, but I haven't driven above 0.3 in some time. And then there's a thing at the bottom here. I want to be clear. None of this is to justify bad driving habits that can harm others. I am simply trying to learn to make sure my logic isn't harmful. To repeat, I understand getting a ride is the only way to be certain.
So that's a really tricky one but it seems like it seems like a really complicated solution for just don't drive. So I'm thinking this guy lives in a place with like no public transportation.
Yeah, I'm thinking very rural
area.
I mean, it doesn't have to be that rural. Like I used to live in the suburbs, and even in the suburbs, like transportation is it's very unreliable.
It'll take you like an hour to get home.
And exactly. And you do need to drive places. It's just inevitable. And the cities are set up that way. So it's very hard not to drink, it's very hard to drink and not drive, if that makes sense, in public. I
don't know, because it seems like he's taking it very seriously.
Yes.
He's clearly thinking about other people's safety and like the legal limit. And he even said the legal limit's too high, so I'd go much below that.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't know. Like, is this guy doing the right thing or the wrong thing?
I don't think that this person is being a jerk. I think that they are being very thoughtful and careful about it. I think that there are a lot of people out there who are driving at more or less the same level of blood alcohol, like the same blood alcohol level, without thinking about it and just doing it, and probably doing it a little bit more
without a breathalyzer, right? They're like, I feel fine. I'm just gonna go. And this guy's like, there's a tool to help him, so we know it's for sure.
He's got breathalyzers. He's got like limits.
Yeah,
and I really like that they're using the breathalyzer as a tool, but not relying on it as the like only way to decide what's like. They have decided what is the most amount of like what feels wrong to them, and that's it. I don't think you're being the jerk at all. I think you're being very thoughtful. I think that totally don't drink and drive. That's dangerous. But like. The legal limit is designed to is there, and you are driving under it. So that's a thing. And you are driving thoughtfully. So that's very thoughtful. Yeah. I am skeptical of abstinence only,
it's not realistic.
It's not realistic that everybody will never drive after having a drink. And we've all known somebody who's been like, I drive better when I'm drunk. And obviously that's hugely jerky behavior. That's awful. And it is when I was in university, we used to have a game called Drinking and Driving. It's not as bad as it sounds. We used to play Forza. And the point of playing Forza was you would try and drink a beer before you finish the lap. And it is remarkable how you can feel yourself getting worse and worse at it. And alcohol really makes your reaction times worse. It really makes it hard to focus on what's going around you. It is absolutely an enormously dangerous thing to do. I think you're being thoughtful. I think that I wonder what is causing this amount of thoughtfulness. If you are just trying to be careful, if there's anxiety going on here about something, and that's worth thinking about. Is why do you feel so anxious about this? Is do you have somebody in your family who is not very careful about this, and does that make you feel worse about it? But I think that I don't think you're being the jerk. I don't think that this question asker is being the jerk. I think they're trying really hard to not be a jerk.
I think so. I think so too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think you can also have just a little less to drink and just be safer if that's.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of waiting it out, right? You could just go out and be like, okay, I'm going to have one or two because I know that's in my limit. Yeah. And then I'm going to go home after that.
Yeah.
Right. I think that would be more like better than trying to like wait it out.
Have more and wait it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like you can also like intersperse, like obviously have a glass of water between every drink if you want.
Food.
Yeah.
Or like make 2 of the 4 non-alcoholic beers if that's what you're drinking. Or like the mocktail game is so strong right now.
It's so true.
I love it because it is like sometimes I do want to be out and like I get migraines a lot. So sometimes like when I'm in a migraine zone, it's just not worth drinking.
Yeah.
But it is like nice to have a silly drink every once in a while. So
I love
like,
mocktails because I don't drink. So like when a place has a nice mocktail menu, I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to be like, can I get a ginger ale? You know?
And you know what? Sugar makes me wild. So like, let's go. I still want to party. So yeah. I think that makes a ton of sense.
Okay, we don't have an Ask an Expert today, so we have time for one more.
All right.
Okay. Am I the jerk for selling my friend a quote bad car?
Ooh.
Okay. I'm not a car guy by any means. I don't know anything about fixing vehicles. I had a 2007 Chevy Cobalt with 146K miles on it that I didn't need anymore. I knew it needed an oil change and new tires, but it ran good and it got me to and from work. My buddy was desperate for a car, so I offered it to him for $1,000. I honestly thought I was doing him a massive favor because used car prices are insane right now, and $1,000 for a running car is rare. I told him upfront about the tires and the oil change. He came over to do a quick test drive and said it sounded a little bit loud, but it seemed fine. After he gave me the cash, I signed the title over to him. 2 days later, he called me. He took it to a mechanic, and apparently the entire exhaust line underneath is completely rusted out and needs to be replaced. He said the mechanic quoted him $1,200 to fix it. My friend is kind of acting like I pulled a fast one on him. He asked that I pay the repair bill. I apologized profusely and told him that I genuinely had no idea about the rust. I never look under the car, but I told him I couldn't pay for it. I explained that if I gave him $1,200 for the repair, I would have basically given him my car for free and then some. He got all agitated and said I screwed him over and hung up on me. I feel like crap because I hate conflict, but at the same time, it was a $1,000 car. Am I the jerk here? Should I offer just to split it or just cover the whole thing?
Oof.
Well, my take is if you're buying a car, you're the one buying the car. And you should be responsible for, what to expect and doing your research and even getting it inspected. And if you're buying it from your friend, I'm sure your friend would be more than happy for you to take it to a mechanic.
Before you sign the title.
Yeah. Don't do it after. So I take this as irresponsible buyer as opposed to like bad friend. Because he's like, I don't know anything about the car. Like, I'm not a car person. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want to have it inspected, I'm sure your friend would be more than happy. Right?
Totally.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I also feel like this friend test drove the car and heard that something was off.
Yeah.
But the car is running.
Yeah.
Like technically your exhaust could be rusted out and you can still drive the car.
Oh, yeah.
It will get you to where you're going.
Yeah.
And I think he's kind of right. Like $1,000 for a running car is like unheard of.
Yeah. It's not that. It's
right?
Pretty good these days. Yeah, I agree. Well, first of all, I don't think that the question asker was a jerk at all. Like, I think that they said they had no idea. They told their friend everything that they knew. So like, you behaved in the way that you know how to behave, and I totally agree. If you, first of all, if you're ever buying a used car, always try to get it inspected if you don't know much about cars before you buy it, because that makes a huge deal. Like, I can see how the other friend feels like frustrated about this situation, but to take it out on the person who sold you the car, because knowing that they know nothing about cars is like, that sucks.
And was trying to do you a favor.
Yeah. And was trying to be kind. It's an unfortunate situation. It really sounds like the seller wasn't being the jerk in this situation.
I think so too.
I don't think they lied or tried to deceive in any way.
No, I don't think so.
It's just,
and when you're buying a car for $1,000, you have to assume it's as is, right?
Yeah, totally.
I think that's a pretty fair assumption, even if you know nothing about cars.
Totally.
That whole thing about you get what you pay for is usually pretty true.
Yeah. And also, like, $2,200 for a running car is also not that bad.
Fine.
Yeah.
Also not bad.
Yeah, especially if it's like otherwise pretty mechanically sound. Like,
that seems reasonable.
That seems pretty reasonable.
I mean, that's not like a safety issue or anything either. So like technically, you don't even need to get that fixed.
Yeah.
You don't even need an exhaust if you don't.
And you would know because your exhaust fell off.
Yeah.
And
it was just
it's
louder.
fine.
Yeah.
And you didn't try to sell it to a friend for $1,000.
I did. They just didn't want it.
Wow, ouch.
But I was very clear. I'm like, it's got no exhaust.
Yeah. See, because you're an honest car seller.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, this is broken. This is rusted. It's missing that.
I mean, there's a whole video on AutoTrader about how busted your car was.
we should make an updated one with the new car.
But nothing's broken on your new car,
but
new-ish
it's more
car.
interesting.
It is more interesting, maybe. So backstory to this, Michael had a 2000 and what C-Class? 2002 C-Class, and everything was busted on it.
It's fantastic.
It was so
car.
funny.
Great car.
Kept all the fluids in the trunk because it was leaking everywhere.
That's just an old car problem.
Yeah.
I figured. It's
And
like
now you drive a
95 S-Class.
and it's sick.
It is sick.
Yeah.
I got a ride to the studio today. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
How is it that Michael has a cooler car than both of us?
Whoa.
And you're like, wait a second,
Hurtful.
my Ford Focus.
Fiesta, first of all.
Fiesta.
My Ford Fiesta is a party.
Exactly.
No, that's a sick car. That's super cool.
It is a really sick car.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of, what do you say? Riz.
Riz chain over
Riz.
It's not an unk.
here.
I just learned what I don't even really know what it is, but I know it's an insult.
Aren't you an auntie? And I'm an aunt.
I don't think unk is just uncool.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not
It's not
uncle.
uncle.
It's not uncle.
Well, there I go,
Yeah.
revealing myself to
Which
be.
Yeah.
I didn't realize for a long time either.
I thought it had something to do with uncle as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a young person. You should know these things.
But I'm not like Gen Alpha. So
I know.
I don't
That's
get, I don't
true.
get what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a cooked unk. Or no, what is it? Cooked? No.
Cooked fam.
Cooked. Yeah.
No, there's another word. Chopped.
Oh,
If you're a chopped unk, that's really bad news. I don't want to be a chopped unk.
that sounds awful.
Anyway, and with that closes out this episode. If any of you have questions or your own Am I the Jerk issues that you want us to judge you on, you can email us at expert@trader.ca. But thank you so much for joining us. Drive safe, and we'll see you next time.